What is up, guys? I'm Rick Kakis, and today we've got some brand spankin' new Destiny 2 news, courtesy of the Bungie weekly update that has just gone live, unveiling official information. And so, let's get started. But just before we do, a huge thank you to everyone who just started their senior discounts listening to my long intro. To pay you guys back for making it through, I'm giving away a pair of ASTRO A40s plus the mix amp thanks to my partnership with ASTRO. So guys, if you want to enter, all you need to do is like the video, favorite the video. This video better be the most popular TWAB video. I'm not giving away anything. I'm just kidding. All you really gotta do is follow me on Twitter and tweet at me something with the hashtag LongCac. That's all you gotta do, and then we'll pick a winner in a couple of days. If you're impatient, check the link in the description down below. You can use code CACUSHD to get a discount on any ASTRO product. Alright, now let's start with the news. This week, it was a pretty big week for Destiny 2. Starting us off with the weekly reset, we got a huge new cutscene, one of the best cutscenes Bungie has really ever done, going into the history of the Fallen and Saint 14. If you guys want to see that, as well as all of the dialogue around that cutscene, so what the characters were talking about before the cutscene began, I've done a video on that. It's linked up above. Definitely check it out. But continuing on from there, the next really big thing to happen this week just happened today, and it was the introduction of a brand new hotfix. This hotfix mainly nerfed Stasis in the biggest way we've ever seen. Guys, I did a video showcasing gameplay of all of the different nerfed abilities before the hotfix and after. It's a really good visual representation of how these abilities have changed. If you haven't seen it, again, I would highly recommend it. It's linked up above. But the Stasis nerfs aren't the only thing that hotfix added. So, firstly, in terms of raids, all of the Atheon glitches have been fixed apparently. So, you guys might actually have to kill him legit, so keep that in mind. But moving on from there, 2 exotic armor pieces have been nerfed. Firstly, the Path of the Burning Steps no longer grants a stack of its buff on becoming slowed by stasis, only when becoming encased in ice. So, those are the brand new Titan exotic legs introduced this season. When you get a kill with a solar weapon, you get like a damage bonus potentially for around 10 seconds, or if you previously got slowed or frozen by stasis, you get that same damage buff. Now, if you get slowed, it will not trigger at all, and this was presumably to prevent people from going in and out of a dust field grenade and just kind of almost constantly having this up. But it is a little disappointed this got nerfed. Another nerf is actually to the Star Eater scales. That's the new Hunter exotic legs introduced this season, so it now correctly grants its damage bonus while the player is standing in a well of radiance, and the status icon for Feast of Light now correctly scales up to 8 times, gaining 1 stack per orb picked up. And they fix an issue where calculating super bonus damage, having 4 stacks of Feast of Light will grant a 55% bonus to super damage, and having 8 stacks will grant a 70%, and for context, originally when it capped out at 4 stacks, it was a 60% damage bonus. So definitely getting 8 stacks is more of a chore. Like, remember, if you get a million kills with a Thunder Crash, you're capped out at 7 orbs. So that's not even enough to get a full buff. With that being said, only having 4 and getting a 55% damage bonus, that is pretty significant. Essentially, that results in only about a 5% damage reduction. But just keep that in mind. Alright, the next thing on the docket is the next Iron Banner. It returns June 8th and lasts until June 15th. And importantly, the first Iron Banner was supposed to introduce 4 new weapons. However, you could only get the sniper rifle and the hand cannon. The machine gun and the shotgun were not dropping from anything other than the original quest line. So, if you have been saving your Iron Banner tokens, this upcoming Iron Banner is when you want to spend them all to get these new weapons. Especially the shotgun has some pretty saucy PvP rolls. Moving on from there, however, next thing is the new fashion show competition. So you can win this exclusive emblem, and what you need to do is throw a mix of awesome armor and sweet shaders to create a set that you believe is the winner. You submit a screenshot by posting it to Twitter or Instagram with hashtag #SplicerFashionShow to enter. This is actually going to be kind of exciting because this is the first official fashion show since transmog became a thing. So will the level of entries, will the designs that we see be way better than normal? Like, it's kind of going to be something to keep your eye on. But moving on from there, some bug fixes came into the game. So for example, there should be less teleporting enemies in PvE. Lost sectors will now correctly display which loot they're dropping, which was pretty confusing. Error codes, some of them have been fixed. But we end on a very high note because DMG says, even outside of seasonal content, there's a lot to get excited about for the future of Destiny. A few of us have said our best days are ahead. With every playtest, shot of gear, or piece of concept art that passes my desk, I can't help but agree, and then leaves us with this never-before-seen Witch Queen screenshot. So, he says, that was a quick tease, and we are eager to show more about the Witch Queen. Expect to hear from us again with more details later in the summer. We have some awesome content to play between now and then. See you out there in the wild. So, this armor set is actually not something that we haven't seen before. In fact, this is original concept art that Bungie showed us about all three of these armor sets, and as you can see, it's clearly the same one for the Hunter, Warlock, and the Titan. But we actually figured out some additional information about these armor sets. They're called Nova sets because when you save the images, they were labeled as Nova. Even this new still is called Nova Still. Also, on the different armor sets, they actually correspond with an element on the periodic table. For the Hunter, the element is Mercury. On the shoulders, the numbers 80 and 200.59 are written, and again, these are atomic numbers that coincide with Mercury, the element. For the Titan, it's Salt, and for the Warlock, it's Sulfur. Now, what does this mean? That's up to us to discover. The exciting thing is that this new screenshot that we got today gave us some more context about the Witch Queen. So I think this is clearly coming from a new CGI trailer. Bungie always releases a really banger CGI trailer for all of their major expansions, and Witch Queen will likely be the same. But we also see in the background, this appears to be like a green jungle environment, and that could give us some context for where this expansion actually takes place. I mean, just a random guess, but we just got Vault of Glass. Bungie just reintroduced the entire very green Venus template for us in that little area. It'd be pretty easy to expand that to, oh, I don't know, the rest of Venus. But that's just a guess. In any event, exciting stuff to come. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, found it informative, and if you did, please remember to help me out by simply rating and especially sharing this video. If you guys want to see more Destiny 2 content similar to this, don't be afraid to slap that subscribe button. If you want to get in touch with me and keep up to date with the latest channel activity, the best way is to follow me on Twitter at @RickKakis. That's linked in the description down below. Again, I hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, have a good day.